Hello you awesome guys and girls, I'm Anthony aka Madwizard and welcome back to the workshop, and on this episode we are going to do Thor's Stormbreaker from Avengers Infinity War. Infinity War. Yes, that's the right one. Yes, oh my god, I went and saw this movie when it came out and wow, just wow, it was absolutely amazing, you know, obviously to be expected. So basically the one thing that I took away from the movie, as you've probably seen, is that Thor gets his new weapon. Yes, the hammer slash axe Groot handled weapon known as Stormbreaker, and basically I've decided to build one, being the weapon welder maker fabricator that I am. Basically I want to add it to my collection. Yes, so I've been doing a lot of research online. I've had a look at a load of YouTube videos and there's a load of people building it at the moment. There's people 3D printing it, there's people casting it out of aluminium, like, you know, even forging them out from old sledgehammer heads and stuff like that, and they all just look amazing. So I was like, I need one of my own, I need my own Stormbreaker. So basically got no idea how I'm going to build it just yet. I've had a look on line at a bunch of reference pictures and sort of like 3D printing softwares and stuff like that to get sort of like some dimensions and stuff like that, and I've done a load of measurements, but basically we're just going to get on and do it, you know, sort of thing, because I just really want to build one. So that's going to be awesome. So really looking forward to getting started, cannot wait to see how it all turns out, and I hope you enjoy the video. So no time like the present, let's do this thing. So the first thing that basically I'm going to get started on is what I've decided to do is that I'm going to break down the build into 4 separate components. Basically the hammer part, the axe part, the handle part, and obviously the bit that joins all 3 of them together. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the hammer portion, and the first thing I'm going to get started with is this. So this is a laser cut circle. It's 10 millimeters thick by 10 millimeters. Yes, 10 millimeters thick by 100 millimeters or 10 centimeters wide, and this is going to be the front of the hammer, because I noticed that on the front of like the hexagonal patterned hammer face, it's got a raised sort of striking surface, so to speak. So basically this is going to be the first component striking surface of the hammer. So right, need to get some steel. Careful. There we go. Whew. Right. Templates. I'm a firm believer of not wasting steel. So what I'm trying to do is find the best position for how and where I can cut all of these pieces out from. And then that bit will go on there like that. Awesome. So if by magic, cardboard has become steel, yeah. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do now is, because this is going to be the front of the hammer and that needs to go on there like that, because I want to keep this nice sort of edge here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a big hole using this cutter on here like that, and then what I'm going to do then is once the hole's cut out, then I can weld this from the back. Instead of the weld being here, it'll be on the back, so it keeps this face looking nice. So I still need to put a chamfer on this, but yeah, should be good. So yeah, next job. I don't know if you can see that, but the drill is starting to smoke. Okay. I think we need to leave that just for a second. Looks like a Tetris block. So that's all the pieces cut out for the fascia. So, as I say, so this would be the face of the hammer. That took a while. Just to show you as well, because I've been using my angle grinder, this is how many discs I've had to go through just to cut out all of that. Actually, how many have I got left? Oh, still got a few. That's alright. Right, clean all this up and do a spot of welding, yes.
So that's the face plate done. It's only just roughly ground for now. I'll have to go back and redo some of the welds as well, because there's left some valleys in there for some reason, and for some reason the welder was fighting me. So she's a bit temperamental, the old girl, but you know, we'll make it work. We'll make it work, and as I say, I'll get rid of all of this. It should be all lovely, lovely. That's the back there. Right. More cutting, more welding. Now, I could have just put my cutting disc on and cut this piece of tube in like, what, 2, maybe 3 seconds, but then if I did that, I wouldn't have any sort of form of exercise regime now, would I? There you go. So the reason I was cutting that pole is basically what I'm going to do is, now I've removed all like the paint. Apart from that, that is annoying me, and I shall remove it. But basically what I wanted to do is just cut this pole, and this will just add a bit of internal support to the structure, because obviously if this is the striking plate, there won't be any sort of like internal structure holding it. Not that it's ever going to need it, but it's just sort of like, it just gives it a bit more support than what it would normally do. And also what I'm going to do as well is that everything's going to be hung off this point as well. So I mean, this will thread into sort of like the main bit, so to speak. So like the axe will be up here, and this will be like the main section, and then I can weld this into the main section, if that makes sense, and all of like the side pieces that I'm going to cut out now, or so they can be welded to that as well. So but I want to make the side panels first before I can before I get my old welder out. So yeah, that's the next job. More drilling. That's how it's supposed to go. Templates, templates, templates. This is what takes up the most time, is just marking these up and cutting them out. So, but yep, that's gonna go in there like that. And I need to weld the top there on that and cut these pieces out, but yeah. We're getting there, we're getting there. Whew. Man, that took a long time. So, right, I'll be making templates of these and cutting them out of steel. So we've got 4 of these big ones, and then obviously 4 of the smaller ones, and they're going to be welded onto here and this one, and I need to weld this plate on as well. I had a bit of a problem welding this, so I need to re-weld that, or grind more of it away and re-weld it. Stuff like that, but yeah. Whew, this is being a big job. And also I'm nearly out of bloody cutting discs. Like, look, I've only got, how many? 4 left. So I'm going to need to get me a new packet of them. But literally, they are just, I'm going through them like wildfire, as you can see. Well, time for a bit more welding. Whew. Right, well that's all the welding done on that. Not going to touch it because it's it's a bit hot. Talking about cutting it to the wire, look, that was the gas. Yeah, that's how much gas I've got left. That is really cutting it to the wire. So yes, looks like I'm going to have to get some more of this tomorrow and do a bit of grinding. Yes, still got to put like the V shape in there and do all the detail work, but yeah, there's the hammer.
2 new gas bottles. Oh, there we go.
So here's something new I just learnt today. So whilst I was out getting the new gas bottles, I decided that I'd pick up some new welding / working gloves. I mean, because I use these pretty much all the time and they're a bit old and a bit ribby, full of holes and stuff like that. So I thought I'd invest in some new ones. So ta-da, here's the new gloves. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Nice and new. So, right, I was just about to do some grinding, like, you know, so I was just putting these to one side and putting the new ones on, just about to put all my gear on, and I noticed something weird when I was just about to put the gloves on, because you see here the welding gloves, I mean the outer section, this is made out of like leather or hide leather, whatever you want to call it, and there's this internal sort of protective layer bit as well, sort of like more of an insulator sort of thing. So anyway, as I was putting these on, I was thinking, oh, that's odd, I see like this blue thing, so I was like, what the hell is that? So anyway, I've turned the glove inside out, and this is what I was greeted with. Yes, so that is in there. So we've got Cookie Monster and Elmo in my gloves. I think Bert and Ernie's in this one. My face will haunt your dreams. So that's it, all rough ground to shape. I have to do a bit more welding in some of the places, because some of the places haven't taken for some reason, so do a few touch-up welds and regrind it, and yeah, that's pretty much the hammer ready for detailing.
So there we go. That's the basic hammer. Look at the size of this thing. It's like the size of my head. It's crazy. So anyway, one of the last jobs that I need to do with this is that there's like these decorative like V-shaped grooves that go down like the sides here, so I need to cut those in, and then like there's a decorative border that goes all the way around, and literally apart from that, that's the hammer portion all done. And I'll say quite a bit of weight to this, so should smash some stuff up good in the demo. So yeah, time to do a bit of cutting and a bit more welding. So the way that I'm going to put the V-shaped groove in the sides of the hammer is I'm going to use this stuff. So this is, I think it's 15mm angle iron or something like that. I know it's angle iron, obviously, like, you know, but I don't know if it's like 15 or 20mm or something like that. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the slots into the sides of the hammer, and then what I'm going to do then is cut this down to size, obviously take all the rust off of there, and then literally going to weld little pieces. I'm going to cut these and then weld them into the sides, and then what I'm going to do then is I've got this steel bar which then I'm going to cut down into like the little strips and do all like the decorative pieces all the way around, and yeah, should be the hammer all done.
That bit. Snip, snip, snip. So that's the V's completely welded and ground in, and they are looking amazing. How cool is that? Oh, it's actually starting to look like the hammer now. Awesome. Right, so what I need to do is I've got some flat bar, and I need to start doing like the decorative border that goes all the way around here, and then it also goes up here. I can't remember if there's anything around here. I'll have to have another look, but anyway, there's something else that I need to do as well before putting the border in. As I was looking at some pictures online, I noticed that they had some sort of decorative lines on like the opposite side. So as I say, we had the V's on this side, and then on here we had sort of like some inscriptions and some lines and stuff like that. And from picture to picture, I say, because we don't have that many good picture references, as I say, it's completely open to interpretation. So we could put these on, we don't have to put these on, but I've decided that I am going to put these on. But some of them go down and out and down. Some people just have it completely flat, some have more engraving on here, but I thought I'd just do a simple line here and here, and that'll be it. But also this will be the border that goes across as well, so I need to put the lines in first, because as I say, if I put the border on, or weld the border on, if I put these lines in, I'll only be able to go up so far, because as I say, I won't be able to get my little sort of circular Dremel thing in that little area, and it'll be a pain in the arse. So it'd be easier just to cut the lines in now, and then as I say, then I can cut the borders and put them all on, and yeah, it's going to look all gravy. So time for a bit of dremeling. That's that tool there. So, top tip time. So, I was just about to start cutting out the pieces for the border for the hammer, like, so all of the bits that go along here and here, all like the decorative border pieces. I was just about to start cutting out from this piece of mould steel here. Now, there's two types of mould steel. Well, when you buy mould steel, it comes in two varieties. There's something called bright steel, which has been machined completely flat, or bright steel it's normally called, but there's also stuff what this is, and it's called like black steel. And the reason it's called like black steel is because they put like this protective paint oil coating on the top of it. So that obviously for storage purposes that it doesn't go rusty in storage or in shipping and stuff like that. So what you need to do is once you've actually cut it all down to size, you need to remove, if you want to weld it, that is, you need to remove all of this sort of like oily gunky sort of stuff to get to nice bare steel so that you can weld it. Now normally what a lot of people do is that they use these sort of like flop discs to remove it. Oh dear. That's not really that good because it always sort of like gums up the pads and stuff like that. So I mean, you won't get very far with one of these because it'll just gum up and won't get you very far. So what you want to do is you want to invest in something like this, which is a polycarbonate abrasive pad. I mean, it's basically like a massive sort of like really hard Brillo pad really, or like basically a loofah on an angle disc grinder thing, and this is specifically designed for like removing paint and rust and just all of the nasties very, very quickly. And like literally you can go over this and it'll literally remove it like nothing, so it's very, very quick. So bit of a top tip. So if you want to weld what is it, black steel or something like that, don't use a flop disc to remove the residue. Use a nice polycarbonate abrasive thing and be nice and clean very, very quickly. Right, so remove this, mark it all up, cut it out, and do some welding. And as you can see, it's done a very nice job at getting rid of that top layer, so it's nice and clean steel ready for welding. Well, there's a pot of 50 grinding discs done. Time for a fresh pop. Ooh. New discs. Cellophane. Right, carry on. So it's official. This now holds the record for the most holes I've ever had to drill out for a single project. There's 42 holes in these alone just to put a border on that thing. So 42 holes, damn. And each one of these needs to be spot welded as well. And then obviously gone round and welded. So, right. Just clean these up a bit, take the oil off, and we'll hook up the welder, spot weld them on. And that'll be the last job for that hammer. Well, the hammer project anyway. So here she is, all done. Oh, just look at this. Look how amazing this is. This has come out so well. I'll chuck up some stills so that you can have a look, but this has far exceeded my expectations. I mean, look how big this is compared to my head. It is literally the size of my head. So what I did to get this sort of like age patina look is, as you saw in the last clip, what I was doing is I was putting something called AdBlue on here, which is like for gunmetal. You've probably seen me do it before. It sort of blackens the metal slightly, gives it a sort of like antique sort of finish. So then what I did is like I wiped that down with a bit of sort of like my Scotch-Brite, and with a bit of WD-40, and I've just put some wax on there to protect it so it doesn't rust any further. And then obviously if I need to do any more like welding on here and that, I can just remove it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and she is looking absolutely amazing. Cannot wait to put like the axe and handle on here, because this is going to be like literally massive. It's going to be amazing. So I've got a bit of a confession to make. So basically, because this project is taking a lot longer than I originally expected it to do, and I really want to get these videos out, I've decided to break this project down into parts, or at least the video into parts. So this is going to be a 3-part project. So as I say, I've just done the hammer. Next part we're going to do the axe, and then obviously the third one will be the handle, and then just finishing it up and making it look good. So this is the end of part 1. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, give us a big thumbs up down at the bottom of the screen there, and if you're new to the channel, of course, subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Also, you can check us out on Instagram and Facebook if you want to follow us on what I'm doing, or updates on what I'm doing. And yeah, as I say, that's pretty much it. So until next time, see ya, bye.